Hello, colleagues and friends. Thank you for tuning in. This video is going to be about how I use my YouTube, how I create the videos, and then how I share them with students. So the first thing I have for you here is, this is how I start making my videos. I go to my geometry folder, which my students have complete access to. I go to my notes, or the lesson that I want to make for them. Let's say we're in the month of April, sure. So let's see, this is the lesson that I did on April 1st, the enrichment lesson that I did on April 1st, and my students have access to it just like this. Now, when it loads, I always put a link to the YouTube lesson so that if they're watching, or if they're looking through the notes like they normally do when they miss a day of class, that the link to it is just right there. So if they click on it, they'll see, YouTube, and it'll take them directly to the YouTube video on this lesson. But if I hit File, this is a glorious thing that I've discovered since we've been closed. If I go to Download PDF Document, and when I open it, there's an option to annotate it. Maybe you know of this, maybe you don't, but if I click on this little annotate button, now, so I am currently casting from my Chromebook. I am casting from my Chromebook to my desktop. So now that I've hit that button, I am just gonna flip over my Chromebook. I have my stylus, and I can just boop-a-da-boop-boop. I can just draw on it while I talk to y'all. So I'm gonna say, answer this question in your notes. What is a circle? How would you define it? We use words, not a picture, so we know that this is what a circle looks like, but how would we define it in words? We could say, and I can write on directly on here. I go over the learning target and success criteria. This is just how my notes go. Let's say we get to an example. We get done with the vocab and we get to an example that we have to do. I can do the example directly in my notes like this. I can say, all right, we're doing problem A, and it wants us to tell whether it's a ray or not. Oh, this is a radius. Beautiful, and I can draw directly on it while I talk to my students. So that is the main way that I create the videos. So I do all of that on my Chromebook, and I'm writing on my Chromebook. I then cast it to my desktop, which is what y'all are sitting on right now, this webcam. And the reason that I cast it to the desktop and then I record the screen of my desktop is because you can hear the tapping noises from when I write on the Chromebook. I tried recording directly from the Chromebook, and those tapping noises are louder than you'd think, and they're really obnoxious. So I cast from my Chromebook to my computer, and then I have a screen recording software. I use OBS Studio. It is free, which is the main reason I am using it. There are other softwares. There's Screencastify, there's Screencast-O-Matic, there's any free software you can find that records screens. I like this one because it gives me more variety of what I can do with it. So you can see, like, I have a green screen behind me, so that's how my face is so nicely blended out from behind everything. And this software allows me to use the green screen and put my face over it. If you don't want your face over it, you don't have to have your face over it, of course. But I like the amount of stuff that this allows me to do with it. So this is what the screen looks like when I'm using OBS. You can see this red box right here is what you see and what the students see. And all this stuff down here allows me to change different things. And look, I can even hide my face. I'll just do that. You see where it says webcam right here? If I just click that little eyeball, now you can't see the webcam, and now you can't see me. So this box allows me to add text or a webcam or different windows that I want to capture. So I can switch from capturing, let's bring the face back. I can switch from showing you my Google casting to now I want to show you my YouTube page and how I organize my videos on there or something like that. So I can switch very easily between which screen I want to show you. That's another reason that I went with OBS. And I like having my face on here. I like my students being able to see me when I teach, even if I can't teach them in person. So that's why I used OBS. Again, you can use anything if OBS is too complicated. But I do recommend that you have a kind of a middleman between the Chromebook and the recording so that they don't hear all of those tap, 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 tap of the stylus on the screen. Okay. Yeah, so I just hit the start recording button right down there, and then all of this records, and then I stop recording, and voila, I have a video done, ready for my students. Then I just have to upload it to my YouTube channel, so now we will switch back over to my YouTube channel. This is what students see when they come to my YouTube channel. There's a Welcome to Mrs. Dodge's YouTube video that I posted to the top. I have different playlists for my algebra class, my geometry classes, how-to videos, miscellaneous announcements, and things like that. But if I want to add a video, it's pretty simple. Once you create your channel, which I just created it with my Auburn email, you just create a video or post. I'm gonna upload a video. The thing that I really like about YouTube is I can make playlists of like algebra class playlist, geometry lesson playlist. I can also, I'll show you also file, and I'll show you, you can schedule videos for later in the week. So if I make all the videos for next week, I can upload them. Sure, this file, yeah. It allows me to name it whatever I want, so you name it, I don't know, chapter 9, section 1 or something. I mean, you know how YouTube videos work. You add links in the description for videos. Like if I'm referencing something in geometry that they should have learned in algebra or that they need to have known from algebra, I can put a link in the description to a video from my algebra class so that my geometry kids can watch the video from algebra to review for what they need to know now. But otherwise, the description is just, this video is on parabolas or whatever it's on. I never upload a thumbnail because that's a lot of work, but I can add it to whatever playlist I want, and I really like that I can do that. And no, it's not made for kids because technically, according to YouTube, kids are 13 and under, and I'm teaching high school, so I don't have to worry about that, which, thank goodness, that would be a whole other mess to worry about. I don't do any of that. Maybe I will one day. But this is what I love. I can save it and just make it public right now. I do public. You could do unlisted. Yeah, you can figure out YouTube as you go. Or I could schedule it. So I could schedule it for, say, instead of tomorrow, I want to schedule it for Monday because that's when my students will see it. And I'm going to schedule it for 8 a.m. maybe because that's when math is on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. So I'll schedule it for 8 a.m. so that students can see it when I want to. And then boom, I schedule it and it's going to start its uploading and publishing of the video. And once it's all done, it is there for all my students to see. If I close this, it will. Then when you are done, you can easily hit shareable link. Boop. Now, that link is copied to my clipboard. I can embed this in my Google Classroom. I can embed it in a Google Slides for my students. I can just upload it to the Google Classroom. What I have asked my students to do is actually subscribe to my YouTube channel. So whenever I post a video, they will get a notification that, hey, Mrs. Dodge has uploaded a new video, which means, hey, it's time to go do math class. Yes. Oh, another thing that I should mention actually is you actually do need to approve your video for, you do have to approve your video for Yeah, here, let's open this one. You have to approve your video for the Auburn School District. So see how it says down here, video approved for auburn.wednet.edu. I had to click approve on this. Otherwise, it wouldn't let students from an Auburn computer view it. So you do want to make sure that it is approved. And yeah, you do have to do that for every video. I haven't found a way around it. If you do, please let me know. But so far, I have to approve every single video as I make. Yes, anything else I want to... Well, you can track views, how many people have actually been watching my videos. If I have 60 geometry students and I'm seeing that only 10 people are viewing the videos, it's time to check in with my students, and see, yeah. So I like the data that they give you here. Last thing I'll tell you is that I also do live streams every weekday, actually. I know we only have to contact our students once a week, but I actually live stream, so if I hit create and then go live, I live stream for my students every weekday from 12 to 2 p.m. just to entertain them if they're bored. Like this last stream that I did was called Violin with Mrs. Dodge, because I attempted to play the violin until, like, on stream for them until they asked me math questions about it. Yeah. I'll make a new stream. It'll be titled, I don't know, maybe this time I'm practicing Spanish. So I'll title this Spanish with Mrs. Dodge, and I'll be practicing Spanish until you do this or that. And then, yeah, the other nice thing about OBS is that I can stream to YouTube through OBS, so I can write on my Chromebook and live stream that as well. So another reason that I use OBS instead of Screencast or that. But I will live stream, yeah, every weekday. I'll just do something. I'll practice Spanish. I'll attempt to play the violin. I'll sing for them. I'll entertain them, hang out with them until they ask me math questions like, hey, I was doing the homework back from February 5th and I had a question on number 14, or, and then I can open up the homework assignment on my Chromebook, just like I did the lesson, and annotate the PDF that pops up and answer their questions that way. So that is the main way that I use YouTube. I like streaming because they can chat. Because they can chat on this side and I can see them ask questions, but I still have complete, I don't want to use the word authority, but I have complete control over the chat. I can ban somebody from chat for 10 minutes or for the entire stream if people are getting out of hand or getting too crazy. So that is very nice. But yeah, that's how I use YouTube. If you want to know more about a specific part of YouTube, I can make more tutorial videos. Just let me know with any questions that you have. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday at our virtual PD, or whatever we're calling it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.